Is everybody's mics on? You guys good?
We're ready.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
We live, Brooke? Aye. Thank you all for being here today. It's a big day today. Good morning. I'm Sheriff Darren Balaam. Thank you for joining us at the Washington County Sheriff's Office. We are proud to join with all of you to kick off National Donate Life Month and the special first responder campaign to raise awareness for the importance of organ, eye, and tissue donation. While donation saves and heals lives and is critically important to the 600 Nevadans currently waiting, we have a very personal connection that makes this effort even more significant. Just over 2 years ago, one of our own, their daughter, Reagan, who will join me in just a minute, was saved by the miracle of a kidney transplant at the age of 3. So can I have the Tone family come up here, and Reagan, come on up here with me? All right, little Reagan's life and her family members' lives were forever changed by the generosity of a donor and his or her family. In honor of her donor and those everywhere who have saved and healed others, along with those who make the decision to register, the Washington County Sheriff's Office will light our office with blue and green starting April 16th. In addition, you may see our deputies wearing a Donate Life lapel pin, like I have on right now, and the decals on our patrol vehicles as other ways to raise awareness throughout our community. It is also important to note that while we encourage people to register, your registration status never impacts the care you receive from first responders. We all get the chance to be a hero simply by registering, and we hope that our efforts encourage more people across the state to make the choice. And with that, I'd like to introduce Stephen Peralta from Nevada Donor Network to explain the significance of Donate Life Month and the announcements of this campaign. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning, everyone, and good morning to all of our families that we serve here in Reno and the Northern Nevada area. My name is Stephen Peralta, and I'm the president of the Nevada Donor Network Foundation, and it brings me great honor and privilege that our mission is to increase transplantation and opportunities within our entire state. April is Donate Life Month, an important time to raise awareness about donation and encouraging all Americans to get registered and honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and gift of life and healing. Currently, there are more than 100,000 people in the United States waiting for their second chance at life through organ, eye, and tissue donation, and nearly 600 of them are Nevadans. Nevada Donor Network was the first organ procurement organization to establish first responder programs such as this here in all of the state of Nevada, and something for which we have been nationally recognized. This commitment to our mission, displayed by our varied agencies here today, is a true act of heroism. Many lives have been saved and healed because of your decision. We were inspired by you, our real everyday heroes, to create our campaign titled, "You Don't Have to Wear a Badge to Be a Hero," meaning most of us don't get to solve crimes or save lives like the men and women in uniform here, but all of us can be heroes by registering to be donors. In the past, we have hosted a competition between all of our agencies, but this campaign promotes unity surrounding our shared mission. Sharing our agency's connections to organ, eye, and tissue donation is the best way to garner engagement. And we look forward to seeing these special stories on all of your social media channels all month long. And now we'll get to hear of another one of those connections. At this time, I'd like to invite the Colonel from the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division.
Thank you, Stephen. And thank you to all the agencies for your show of support during National Donate Life Month. The Nevada State Police has been partnered with the Nevada Donor Network for nearly 7 years. During that time, we've worked together on donor registration initiatives and have established innovative protocols that make tissue and ocular donation possible in the case of scene fatalities. This collaboration has made donations possible in scenarios where it never occurred before, giving more registered donors and their families the opportunity to impact the lives of others. Never could we have imagined that one of our own would make such an impact. In July of last year, our trooper Micah May was killed in the line of duty in Las Vegas. He demonstrated true heroism as an organ donor, saving the lives of 3 people. Along with Trooper May's family, the Nevada State Police are more honored than ever to promote the importance of organ, eye, and tissue donation. Throughout the month of April, we will be sharing messages on our social media channels, educating the public and encouraging donor registration, as well as displaying the Donate Life symbol statewide on our uniforms and our patrol cars. Now I'd like to turn this over to Major Natasha Koch of our Parole and Probation Division. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Conmay. The legacy that Trooper May left as a heroic donor will always be remembered by all of the Nevada State Police. Making the choice to register as a donor is a simple yet generous act of compassion towards others, people that you will never meet. This kind of generosity is something that our world needs more of these days. At Parole and Probation, we work to set up our parolees and probationers for success, to set out on a new and positive direction with their lives. We are working on a new program with the Nevada Donor Network to educate parolees and probationers about donor registration. This one choice can be a humanitarian act that helps them feel they are contributing to society in a productive way, therefore increasing their self-esteem. Registration can be done easily online at nvdonor.org/DLM or in your health app on your iPhone. The reality is, any of us can be touched by donation, and we see that in this room. Most, if not all of our agencies have some kind of connection to donation. Either someone waiting, someone who has been saved or healed, or someone who has graciously helped others. Please join us this month. By getting registered together, we can end the wait and save lives. Now, I would like to introduce a special kind of hero, donor father Lee Murray.
Hi, my name is Lee Murray. So my son Alec, he was born on July 11th, 2005. He shared that birthday with the anniversary of the Slurpee. So we always made sure that he got at least one free Slurpee on his birthday. He was a character. He always lit up that room with his goofy antics. He enjoyed camping and fishing. He was a regular kid, exploring, skiing, binge watching movies, playing video games, just like every other kid. His favorite movies were The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. For a while, he kept his hair kind of combed like Frodo in Lord of the Rings. Never admitted it, but I knew that's what the look he was after. He was creative. He invented his own knot because he couldn't figure out how to do the rabbit ears on his shoes. So he invented his own knot to do it. He was a Cub Scout and Boy Scout. He was kind of a food junkie, but not the food that most of us would like. It was more macaroni and cheese. He had invented his own sushi roll, bean and cheese burritos, no sauce, no onion, no good stuff. Cheeseburgers, no veggies. But he was a regular kid. His favorite color was green, had a sweet disposition. He had that innate sense to crack that perfectly timed joke in science class that kept everybody laughing. But nothing was more important to him than friendship. That was the most valued trait he had. But on June 8th of 2019, he took his own life. He had just completed 8th grade, nearly straight A's. He was looking forward to attending Reno High School, and his heart was broken by his first girlfriend. They broke up. He was just 13. So when he died, the medical examiner came, asked us 1,000 questions, and without hesitation, his mother and I said yes, we would be willing to participate in tissue donation. it's not something you talk about with your kids. It's not something we think about till they get a driver's license and check that box. So we never had that conversation with him, but we felt it was the right thing to do. My wife has an ACL graft that she received, and that graft enabled her to participate in my boys' lives. And that was important. So we're thankful. So one day, through those tissue and bone grafts, he was able to save or improve the lives of 85 different people across 23 states. One day I opened the mailbox and I saw a letter from the Nevada Donor Network. And I kind of knew what was inside it. And with trembling hands, I opened that letter. There was another sealed envelope with a letter from a recipient. A brief thanks for our generosity. So Alex's gift had given somebody a new lease on life. And that letter read, "Dear donor family, when your life changes due to someone else's precious gift, there are no words to express your gratitude. Please know that I will always cherish the gift my child received and always honor your loved one with acts of generosity." And that's a touching letter. I know it was hard to write. I contacted the Donor Network and thanked them for that opportunity to receive that letter. We talked about the process a little bit. Believe me, it's a difficult process. I don't care who you are. Answering those questions, approving that final donation, it's tough. I call it the second hardest day of my life. But the Donor Network's aftercare team is wonderful. They support donor heroes in an amazing ways. And through our conversation, I realized there was a grassroots need for support groups, especially among men. And as we know, most of us males are very bad about discussing anything related to feelings and emotions. So with the support of the Donor Network, we've set up a men's support group for male donor or donor families. We have guys in 4 different states. We get together on Zoom, and even though it's remote, that group has become very tight. We talk about all kinds of topics that most of us aren't comfortable talking with anybody else. Sometimes we cry. But the neat thing about it is every one of us checks up on the rest of them. So that's key. Men need help, and we're just incapable of asking, just like my son was that night. So never forget that organ and tissue donation is a wonderful thing, but in order for that to happen, something bad has to happen. I'm thankful that the Donor Network has given me the opportunity to share this story with you, to share my son Alex's story. I'm hoping to hear more from more recipients someday. Won't bring anybody back, but it sure gives survivors comfort in knowing their loved one's life was meaningful. They say that in the world of transplants, there's the real possibility that the gift is more than just a physical transfer, and that something else comes with it. If any of Alex's recipients start wearing more green and craving macaroni and cheese, we'll know why. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. And Alex is forever remembered in our hearts across the country as well as here in our community. Thank you to all of our speakers for sharing these touching stories. Our partner agencies around here this morning continues to fight every day for Nevadans, and it allows us here at Nevada Donor Network to continue to lead our entire industry in terms of organ donors per million and organ transplants per million because of you. So we thank you for allowing us to serve our mission through the hard work of the men and women and all the families that we serve. In closing, we would like to recognize all the agencies here in Northern Nevada enrolled in this campaign, most of which are represented here today. And I would like to call up our president and CEO, as well as all of our members of our senior leadership team to come and help me welcome our partner agencies up here, as well as other members of our Nevada Donor Network team. We also reminisce, we can't do the work without our team as well as our board members. And in here today, we have Mindy Elliott, our secretary of our foundation board. I also like to call it Mindy Elliott for your long-serving honor and sacrifice to our mission. Thank you for being here, Mindy. If you would, please send a representative to come forward to the room as we call your agency's name. Douglas County Sheriff's Office. Humboldt County Sheriff's Office. Lyon County Sheriff's Office. Nevada State Police. REMSA Health. Reno Fire Department. Smith Valley Fire Protection District. Story County Fire Protection District. Truckee Meadows Fire and Rescue. University Police Services. Washoe County Regional Medical Examiner's Office. Washoe County Sheriff's Office. Again, to all the men and women in uniform, to all of our partner hospitals and community volunteers, we thank you. Mr. Murray as well, if you could please join us. Thank you all for your service and your commitment to our mission. Thank you to the Washoe County Sheriff's Office for hosting our event here this morning. This concludes our remarks today, and the representatives who wish to share more about their involvement are always available for personal interviews. Thank you again for serving alongside us here at Nevada Donor Network, and we thank you.
You good, bro?